Hello, I'm Graham Wood, and I'm talking with you today from Tasmania in Australia. And I'd like to talk with you today about Sustainablist Transformation Politics. We exist today in a world of politics that is outdated. It does not meet the challenges and opportunities of the future. There are good reasons for the political structures that we exist within today. There are historical reasons why we have these structures. One might understand the structures that exist today as fundamentally a tension between the interests of capital and the interests of labour. That's only one way of understanding it, but there's a clear historical trajectory that explains the existence of those structures today. But as I say, that is old politics. Politics that won't help us address the challenges and opportunities of the future. New politics is sustainablist politics. And here is an image of a torus, or perhaps a donut, and it's this idea that is beginning to show us a powerful way forward. Notice that the torus has an outside edge and an inside edge. And it's these ideas that are starting to show us the way we might understand sustainablist politics of the future. The outside edge can be understood as planetary boundaries. The people at the Stockholm Resilience Centre have identified a number of boundaries that have been relatively stable over human history, but are starting to be transgressed. And if we transgress these boundaries, the risk is that our home will become less habitable. So this is a simple question of housekeeping. We all want a habitable home, and this is our home, this planet. So I hope we can all see that we want to keep human futures within those planetary boundaries. Some of the boundaries are well known. Climate change is one dimension. Another dimension is biospheric integrity. Yet another dimension is land system change. All of these are boundaries that we need to respect, but simply to keep our home a good place to live. It's simply good housekeeping. And I imagine a future where all politics simply respects the good housekeeping that is central to human flourishing. But there is also another edge to the donut, or the torus, and Kate Raworth has offered us donut economics, whereby we have an ecological ceiling that is the planetary boundaries, but also a social foundation, whereby humans can live fulfilling, flourishing lives. So we want to stay above the social foundation, but below the ecological ceiling. And it's within that space that we can live safe and just lives. And this is the way we could understand economics into the future, but it's also the way that we could understand politics. So I offer you Sustainablist Politics. I imagine a future where all political parties in flourishing democracies recognise the need to stay within the planetary boundaries. And of course, each political party or group of people or individuals will be seeking to further the social values they hold dear. So this is not a future in which there is only one way of living. This is a future, a flourishing democracy, where there are many ways of living flourishing lives, and our democratic systems are systems that further the freedoms and capacities that allow for flourishing human lives. So I don't imagine a future where one size fits all, but rather a future where different political stakeholders will be advocating for the values they see fit. But hopefully respecting the social foundation and the ecological ceiling that Kate Raworth identifies in donut economics. But this is now donut politics, or if you like, Taurus politics, or sustainablist politics. And if you are an active member of political groups now, I encourage you to embrace this sustainablist transition. Move away from the politics of the past, recognising the need for the politics of the future. This is a major political transition, but it can be done through the existing democratic processes. Members of political parties today could move their party in this direction, or indeed they could leave their party and form new parties, or individuals could simply put themselves forward. So there is a way to make this transition in the politics of today, such that the future is a politics of sustainable human flourishing.